What's up, guys? I'm Josh.
I'm Fred.
We are Terrible Things. We're going to show you the van. We can do a little tour of the van.
This kick-ass van of ours that we've driven across the country about a dozen times.
And don't forget the trailer. Without the trailer, we would be totally effed. So,
the trailer's name is Mo.
Mo. And this is Jennifer, the van. we don't have a name for the van. I don't know if Jennifer is tough enough. Okay, I guess we start with the front here. You see the beautiful plush seats here, you know, very comfortable on those 10-hour drives.
Actually, they're horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
No one ever wants to sit up front, so I'm usually the one in the front.
Well, Fred is either the one up front or the one driving. I think he does. There's a discrepancy between Fred and our roadie who does the most driving. I go with Fred. I think Fred probably does about 70%, 65 to 70% of the driving.
There was a discrepancy this week because Dennis, who you'll probably meet in a minute, Dennis claimed that he did 90% of the driving.
Which is ridiculous.
And very
that's
Dennis.
Just crazy.
So I kind of consider like the front of the van like the kitchen if it were a house.
You know, we live in this thing, so
lots of change. Tums is always important. Lots of Mexican food in the Southwest.
I call this dinner when per diem runs out. I go in the change. That's why there's only pennies left, because I'm always stealing from it. But yeah, your typical, I guess, front of the van. We're gonna go to the back here.
Sure.
Freddie, why don't you tell them what we're looking at here? There's the double doors.
This is the living room, this first bench, because this whole area here would normally be a place to hang out. Unfortunately, it's where our guitarist sleeps all day.
Yeah, and then calls himself the driving king. It's crazy. People in this band are crazy. The driving machine. Okay.
So everybody wants to be the driver, but since they're not here, we're just gonna talk shit.
Yeah, we're gonna talk crazy bad about them.
No, this is Andy's joint. He's a good dude.
We got a little power inverter. Is it a converter or inverter?
Inverter, I think.
I think it's inverter. It's an inverter, so you know.
Got to charge the cell phones, but these days, see, when we started touring, we didn't even barely have cell phones. Because A, we had negative money, and B, it was a long time ago. We're road dogs from, you know,
I actually did my first tour. Freddie showed me the ropes in my first band, my first, you know, real band, I guess, Cody and Cambria. Fred, we went on tour with Fred's band, Breaking Pangea, and that was our first tour ever, and these guys showed us the ropes, and we made, you know, lasting, lifelong friends, so that's pretty cool.
We taught them that you have to sleep in the van to save money. Something that Josh still does to this day, actually. This guy is the most hardcore of all of us. We tend to get hotels these days, but Josh, he prefers the van.
Well, here's the thing, folks. Me and Jennifer are tight. There's a relationship there. There's a history there. But let me ask, you know, you the viewer, who would, a hotel floor or this nice comfy bench?
Which brings us to the first bedroom, Josh's bench.
This is my bench. I got my bag set up. I got my sleeping bag for later tonight when I feel like laying down. But I guess other than that, it's your typical bench. Not too cluttered. You know, there's I tried to leave some room in there, some leg room, because I was sitting up today.
I like to think. Oh, here's the whole thing. We forgot to mention the most important part of Josh's van experience is the movies.
Very important. Very important.
Josh has an addiction to movies.
Well, I used to be addicted to other things, so it's pretty. I think it's on the safe side of things.
He's running out of movies to watch, aren't you?
True. Yeah.
He brought. What was the dog one you brought?
The dog one?
Part 2.
Oh, Lady and the Tramp Part 2.
Because he was simply out of, like, he has seen every movie that's ever come out.
Yeah, and we got books and books of movies, but I like kids movies. You know, my girlfriend has a little 7-year-old daughter at home, so I get into the kids movies. Anyway, yeah, I lay here. The good thing about, you know what, hold this, Freddie. I might have to show you guys this, because this is pretty tight. The good thing
get up in there.
About this DVD player is, when you're watching a movie, you guys are going to bug. Oh, dip. What? Lap
you don't
of luxury,
have to hold
folks.
It doesn't have to touch you?
No, dude, I put it right here, and I lay down and watch the movie. It's almost like on a bus how they're built into the...
Oh, you mean like over here? It's almost like this thing that I paid extra for Josh.
It's actually just like that. So it's kind of odd that I use this thing. But hey, this screen is bigger, and I'm right up in the... It's like a big screen TV to me. I'm right up in it.
It's like a movie theater screen.
These are the things that excite me nowadays, folks, is movies. I send pictures of this to my friends, like, look what I figured out. I don't know. The third bench back there is pretty similar to the second one.
Yeah, it's and the fourth. It's where we stick the bass player, and
we stick him back there.
Brian.
And if he talks too much, we're gonna put in a wall here where we can just put up the wall so we don't have to deal with him.
Yeah. Or
no, I'm just kidding. We love Brian. Fred probably wants to put a wall on all these benches so he doesn't have to hear us and
go
hear us talk about
limousine style. Trailer keeps the gear out of our faces and keeps it from hitting me in the head when I hit the brakes.
Which we have toured like that before with the gear in the van, which is
under seats and all
awesome.
That. Over this side, there is one. We were in Texas and we parked on the street, and I had a bad feeling about it. And a red truck hit us, and it took this off. The door kind of leaks now. You can see there's still a scratch. This happened like a year ago, but it's got its scars. It's been through a lot. It's up to 170,000 miles right now. I think it had about 20,000 when we got it, and it's our baby, man. It's running real sweet. There's a few problems, but you know,
Jennifer's always good to us.
Keep it under control. Well, thanks for hanging out with us and checking out our home that we get to see more than our actual home, which is kind of nice sometimes.
Kind of nice
on days like these.
You know, I really enjoy your company.
I love this man.
I love this man. He's my best friend. And yeah, thanks for checking out the van. We're Terrible Things.
I think it's high time we walk into the sunset.
Yes.
Good night.
Later.